I knew it was gonna take forever. But we're here with the top 20 worst albums. Not doing 50 because 50 bad albums. It was hard to find 20. But I got 20 that I somewhat dislike. There's one on there that like I really hated it when I first listened to it. It grew on me a bit, but I didn't change it because I'll cover it when I get there. But here we go. Clock in the taxi, we man trying to avoid. Pretty hoe with me, get Chanel cause I'm bored. I just gave a shit before a few days off. I don't want the pussy. This album is so... it's very entertaining, but the music itself isn't that great. Like, the songs I played, the first song I played is, like, really the only one with, like, any melody. There's a few others, but, like, they're few and far between. This thing is just a mess.
I live like Sopranos, Italianos. I've been LG. Bend that ass over, let that coochie breathe. Shake that ass, bitch. Hands on your knees.
DJ Academics really needs to step his game up because Drake is smoking on no one's top 5. Not even the worst top 5. It is just so painfully mid that it's just stuck. For All the Dogs has a few of his best songs in a while and a lot of his worst music ever. It's terrible. Absolutely. It's really bad. Macklemore piggybacks off his success of dethroning Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly in 2015 with this derivative garbage. It is just biting other styles, biting other sounds, and it's just super ingenuine. Although it feels like he's trying to pour his heart out in like a lot of the songs, and he's like doing more of a vulnerable thing. I just don't buy it, and it just comes off really, really weird. Not a fan of this one.
What's cracking? What? Whatever I'm breaking on, bitch. Am I blood? Am I back? I want everything black. Want everything black. I'm buying it.
Usually I'd like this type of music. I love the rage sound, but 2023 was the year of mainstream artists trying the trendy rage sound and utterly butchering it. We heard this with a ton of artists. Drake, we heard it with Uzi, we heard it with Travis Scott, although, let's be real, Travis Scott didn't do too bad. But YoungBoy is another artist who did that this year with his 30th album, I think, of the year. He's just another statistic, dropping a rage project, and it sucks. It just sounds like it's biting as much as it can off of the hype of Cardi, Ken Carson, the Opium label, and Yeet. After his placement on Yeat's album. It's just not great. It's very dated.
Got me sitting with a hole in my heart. I never knew the world that we living was so dark. It's scar after scar, feel it bar after bar. I know that you just need somebody to love on you, trust girl, cause I...
Let me start this entry off with a story. So I went and saw Lil TJ's 222 live album. Yeah, no, like late November. And I liked Lil TJ's older music when he was first blowing up with Polo G. That's when I really started to like Lil TJ. And I'm like, oh sure, I'll go see his live album. And I didn't listen to the album before because I wanted my first reaction to be at this concert. And holy fuck, was it boring. I went there not drunk, but I was just a little bit tipsy. And I left with a fucking migraine. It was so boring. Not to mention, like, the crowd was just miserable. Like, it was a terrible show. Sadly, I did not enjoy my time. And the person I went to also didn't enjoy their time. It was not fun. Yeah, there was no... When he started playing his older music, that's when I was like, yeah, this is hitting. But like, nah, this album is just not it. It's very boring. Every single instrumental is the exact same. It's a piano beat with like a spoken word sample and him talking about how he got shot, how no one loves him, how he needs love, how people hate him, how he loves his fans. It's just every song's the same. Every song sucks.
Free my dogs about the can. Won't find me back, Papa's ends. Hit you back when the jet land. This bitch
the music industry's most humble rapper, drops 3 albums this year. This one by far, no contest, being the absolute worst. And it's funny because I just, like literally maybe a week or two ago, just started liking Summers, re-listened to this, and man, it's just so bad. You can just tell he didn't care. He didn't care, he didn't want to care. Nothing about this album is redeemable. That little clip I play at the start, it's like, it's the whole album, except like halfway through it does it with a new genre, it does it with the plug and B stuff. It's bad. It's pretty bad.
I'm a young rock star off the block. You not one of us, you not cut from that.
So I didn't actually listen to this one last year. I listened to this one in transition of making this video, like while making this video, and oh my god, it's so bad. It's like, it sounds like Whole Lotta Red if Whole Lotta Red was made by a 16-year-old. It's simultaneously over and underproduced, which is hard to do, but you know, go off. I don't know.
I've been feeling like I'm in a fucking game, crashing into walls cause my player has no aim. And don't you
One of the many musical projects this YouTuber turned artist has made, this is his first transition into rock and like shoegaze style music. Tuv is so, he just doesn't understand how to flow, and a lot of the writing is super corny. Like that last song I just played. I feel like I'm in a game crashing into walls because my player has no aim. It's so poorly written and gross. Yeah, he released a terrible EP that I wish I could put on this list, but it's an EP with only like 5 songs, so it doesn't qualify for this list. But let me tell you, it was the worst thing to ever come out last year.
Nigga made so much paper off one little thing. I'm still spilling drinks, 7,000 was easy. Pretty girl, where you stay? Might as well be with me. AMG to S, codeine
To the album that I was originally talking about, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I feel like this probably could have not been on this list. I really dislike Lucky. He's grown on me quite a bit, but the only reason it's still on here is because I'm already late on this video. I can't think of another album. Maybe like another Tuv album. I don't know. There's another one on here already, so it doesn't matter.
Pump rock shit, yeah. Slit my wrist, slit. Fuck that bitch. Drop top whips,
I don't mind being all alone. I don't mind being
I feel like this album is gonna make everyone's list simply due to the fact that it's just so bad. There's a lot of biting styles. There's a lot of bad songs. There's a few songs that aren't that bad. I Don't Mind is not a song I hate. Tesla's fun. Mosh Pit's fun as well. But there's a lot of like really bad songs on here too.
They post when I go to jail, now when I get back to the kids. So much came with this life, but it is what it is. Fun, ain't it fun? Living in the real.
Nostalgia, Rod Wave. I initially had a video made for this, like a reaction, but I had to get rid of it, unfortunately. I factory reset my PC, lost the progress, and I didn't really feel like re-listening to it and recording it. Just know it was a very miserable video. It was me complaining for about 20 minutes because this album is bloated. It's literally 53 minutes of one beat, pretty much. It's like piano beat, Rod Wave singing, and Rod Wave can sing. That's the sad part. That's why it's so disappointing that this album is so boring. It's also crazy that this went number 1, one of the, I think it was 5 rap albums to do so this year. Very sad. Very disappointing, and it's very bad. I'm going to start this entry off with saying Owl City does a great job at producing. It's very well produced. Where I have an issue with is his vocal performance and just like how watered down and like hand-fed the lyrics and stories are. Like he like ends war in one of the songs, I'm pretty sure. It's like a bird flies over and then these two soldiers who are about to kill each other in war are just like, let's not, and then they just don't. Like it makes no sense. It's a stupid story. Every song is a story, and it's well produced, but it's also overproduced a bit. I don't know. You'd have to listen to it. I don't recommend listening to it because it's not great.
Like you imagined it. I know what it. Bad times, nowhere I've been. I got plenty in my pocket if you're ever in need.
This is one album that I can't even like care about. It's just so boring. I listened to it and it was a struggle all the way through. It's just so boring. Lucas Graham provides a very interesting vocal performance, I will say that, but it's like interesting in the point where it's like too much and it plays to its detriment. Yeah, it's not a great album.
Been pills like I'm on Mars. Close my eyes, I see the stars. Trying to too much in my nose, and I might overdose. There's no point in talking now, cause they will never know.
This is Tuv's second album on this list, and it's because Tuv was kind of on a run this year of releasing just the worst shit ever. The writing on this is what really gets me. Like his flow is god awful. Trust me. Like it's the first project he ever released, so that never got fixed. But it's the writing that's so god awful. It's so spoon fed to you. It's like unbelievable. It's like popping pills like I'm on Mars. I'm in the stars, trying to find my new spark. I love bars, and then it's like I love bars. I'm not talking about my music. It's like, yeah, we got that. You don't need to like, you know what I mean? Shoving it down our throat. Hardy, The Mockingbird and the Crow is a bit of a concept album. What's the concept, you might ask? Well, it's the fact that it starts off country and then becomes metal. It tries to be two different genres at once, and it fails miserably at the metal part. The country part, it's just pop country. It's nothing that unique, nothing that special. Although I will say, the Hook to Radio song, which is the second song I played, is it's fucking catchy. It's really catchy. It's bad because, you know, this ain't no radio song. It's so stupid. It tries to be two genres at once, and it just doesn't sound good.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Ain't even trying to talk. Yo, Lamborghini ain't trying to walk.
Now, I've never really been a fan of Soulja Boy, so it's not going to be much of a shock to see Soulja Boy on this list. Soulja Boy never really made great music. It's kind of crazy that he even got popular to begin with. Although he never made great music, it's actually kind of unbelievable how bad this is, because it's like the first song I played's title. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck is this? It's just like the drums don't even hit on this shit. Like, it's just bad. It's terribly produced. He sounds like he's fucking comatose over the whole shit. Like, it's just not good.
But oh my love, I wanna say I miss the green in your eyes. If I can face another day alone, well my lungs don't breathe.
Oh, this album is just, I don't even know how many tracks it is. It's a lot, and it's just piano ballad after piano ballad. It's so boring, so boring. Not to mention, it's one thing if an album is boring. It's another thing if it sounds shit. Like, the vocals are compressed. They're literally just crushed and crushed and crushed. And Lewis Capaldi just sounds trapped within OTT by Xfer. Like, it just, like, he does not sound good. And his vocals are just grating to the ears. This is just, it's embarrassing that a label looked at this and was like, shit, fine, let's put it out. And and it reached my ears. This should have never reached my ears.
Dice que su novio anda por ahí. Dice que le gusta, pero no está pa' mí. And we got the .30s, tú necesitas. And we take the whole thing enterita.
6ix9ine. It's his fall off should really be studied because this is just crazy. He's just grifting so hard. He got blackballed from every single rap community. He snitched on his gang, which I don't care. I liked 6ix9ine's music, and I'll say that. I loved 6ix9ine's music. His Dummy Boy project has some bangers. You can't even lie. Has a lot of bangers on there. But this doesn't have a single good song on it. It's just so... It's grifting so hard. It's trying to pull streams from Latin communities, and it does sell. It 100% sells. I know it sells because when he released his other Spanish music, not the Tattletales, like way before this, on his I think it was Graduation Day or something. I don't know. It's like the rainbow covered album. It had a song that was charting in the Spanish communities. When I was in Cuba for vacation all back then, I asked them, like one of the workers at the resort I was at, if they liked this song, and they were like, yeah, we love this song. We love 6ix9ine here. And it's crazy because this is like in the height of him getting scrutinized for anyways, this album's bad.
Ceiling. Sit and do drugs to feel ecstasy or make moves. Only put E before emotions and my feelings. And I'm still hard as fuck with the meaning. Let's get it, bro.
Wyatt James, Fuck Eating on the Weekends. This is a concept album about how he doesn't... I believe it's about how, like, he doesn't need to eat on the weekends, or how, like, he doesn't care if he has to eat on the weekends because he's gonna blow up or something like that. I could care less about what it means because it sounds terrible. It, like, the lines are like pretty bad. Like, it tries to be deeper than it is, and the flow is so awkward. It never feels like it's cohesive enough to actually like make a song-esque. You know what I'm saying? It tries to be what like Kendrick does. He tries to make the next Damn, if you will, which I believe it says somewhere that this is better than Damn, which is crazy because it's like nowhere near anything Kendrick's ever made. Even his like first old like mixtape, still worse than that.
Independent never breaks. I ain't made in China. Every single rapper that has hated or attacked me, I am welcome to America, where everything is made in China, where a girl can have a penis and the boys can have vaginas.
What's worse than a grifting snitch and a talentless rapper? Well, that would be Tom MacDonald and Adam Calhoun's The Brave 2. This album is just disgusting. I can't believe it exists. I can't believe any of it exists. It's gross. It's very disrespectful, and it's like an actual dangerous album because it promotes transphobia, homophobia. It just promotes hatred to not only the political left, but just a whole like community of like the LGBTQ plus community in general. It's gross. Not only that, it'd be different, right? It would be different if they made good music, but they don't. All the hooks sound terrible. Tom MacDonald feels the need to like try and be like Eminem on this album, and raps in his style throughout the whole thing, and every song starts the same because it's another grifting artist, Tom MacDonald, grifting towards the right conservative community, trying to get them to be like, oh, I don't like rap, but this is pretty good, in the comments section, and share it to their aunts and uncles on Facebook, which is what happens. That's how it streams. It's just outrageously bad. Adam Calhoun really doesn't add anything at all. Every single song follows the same formula. It starts off with an inflammatory, crazy statement as every single song, and then it's Tom MacDonald on the hook, Tom MacDonald for the first verse, or Adam Calhoun for the first verse, and then the opposite artist for the next one. And it's that throughout the whole thing. And it's broken up with a feature sometimes. Surprisingly, Project Pat is on this, which I'm very disappointed about because it's just like, I can't believe he wants to be on this. That being said, Project Pat has the best verse on the whole album because he's not talentless. And obviously, Dax is gonna be on this thing. You know Dax. He's just such a fucking loser. Like, he really is. He's just the definition of grifting. But it's sad. I want to put in a video clip right here of something that's so tasteless. It's so stupid and it's so funny.
My people of this country and we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts.
That's a fact.
I ain't never gonna pretend that I give a damn. Anybody who's offended, come get it.
He rapping. He rapping. Speed rapping. Y'all know y'all say Tom couldn't do that. Then he shut all y'all up.
Tobacco, never hit a lady, but it's pretty hard to tell if you're a girl or a they, them, there's these, that, those. I ain't never gonna take a knee for the anthem, smack them. I don't give a damn, can't stand them. Gang full of randoms, fan with a handgun. He way more than hangers, hammers, like I do construction. Ammo, I'ma shoot at something. Why you think we own these guns so we could just go do some hunting? You must not be.
No Life Shack is the #1 Tom MacDonald glazer. Yeah, I would also like just to mention that Adam Calhoun openly says the N-word, and you know, that might not be like a huge deal to some people, but it just shows the type of character that these people are. Also, Tom MacDonald's Canadian. American flags. He's grifting. He's literally pandering to you fucking brainwashed conservatives. It's so stupid. I'm not saying every conservative's like this. Come on. Like that's over Republican and conservatives, I should say. That's over generalizing. That's who he's pandering to. And like mainly like the older audiences just eat it up. It's very sad that this type of stuff like sells. Thank you all so much for watching. First year on YouTube, I think it went a little rocky, but you know what? We own 2024. Got 2 videos done. Not in a month. Almost in a month though. Almost ate that shit, but I didn't. Anyways, like and subscribe. Thank y'all.